argument is, I heard you say a little while ago that that you would debate with these creationists, but I really disagree because, well, I've seen some other atheist debate them, and they don't bring out their core arguments. They bring out like some sort of, they don't, well, let's say they don't preach what they say at a church, you know, what they say at their church.
Yeah.
So they're always going to say something very vague if you debate them. And like Richard Dawkins says, it really legitimizes them if you debate them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that Dawkins and several others have pretty much agreed and said they're not going to debate creationists. However, they're in the position where they are scientists and saying, I'm not going to bring your creationist ideas up to my level as a scientist. If I was going to be having a debate with somebody, I don't necessarily know that I would have a creation versus evolution debate, because I'm probably not qualified enough to defend evolution. I would prefer debates that covered philosophical topics, religious things, the idea of God. Now, I'm not opposed to having a debate, and I'm fine with going against Dawkins here, because I'm not representing science if I'm debating creationism at all. And actually, I wouldn't debate evolution. What I debate is the merits of creationism and the logical arguments and evidence for that. And then they would have the burden of proof to establish their claim, because I think that's the position they're in. But yeah, I agree. I'm generally not thrilled about scientists raising the creationist movement up to their level of debate, because it just doesn't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
So you still have that problem with them not expressing what they actually believe, but them expressing some sort of deist creation or deist God.
Yeah, you've got devout Christians arguing intelligent design.
They're disingenuous. Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, that's maybe this is one of the reasons why I haven't had too many takers on debate. I would specifically set up a format where the structure is such that we would do our best to avoid that. You pick a topic and you go to it. And if they do that, then your only response is, congratulations, I just won the debate. It's like when Ray Comfort decided to go ahead and debate the Rationalist Response Squad, and he promised from the get-go that he would be able to demonstrate to anybody and everybody there that God was there without ever referencing the Bible. And inside of like 30 or 45 seconds, he was already referencing the Bible. Congratulations, Ray, you're a liar, and you've lost this debate. And not that we're going to actually take a vote. I mean, at the end, it's I'm more in favor of debate for the purpose of promoting discussion and thought with other people. It's not like if I go debate a creationist and at the end we do like this hand-raising thing and they all vote for him, I'm not going to care. I'm going to be more worried about the opinions of the other folks in the atheist community as to how well they thought I did as a representative of our ideas. The fact that perhaps they stacked the deck in the voting, it doesn't make any difference to me.
The other thing to mention, Alex, is that when you do like a public discussion, we've had people come to list where I know that like Matt will take discussions private, and he'll have people that he discusses with privately, and I make it a point never to do that, because I feel like for myself it's kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
When I have a discussion, I usually will only have that discussion if there are other people observing the discussion. And part of my reason for doing that is that I feel that a lot of times there's somebody that I'm arguing with who I already know up front that I am going to have no impact on this person's position. The person is not interested in really examining the issue. They simply want to promote a belief. When I do that, the reason I will continue a discussion like that has nothing to do with the person I'm debating. It has to do with the person, and when I say debate, I'm talking informally online. It has to do with people that are observing that discussion.
It's the TV show.
Right, because
when I'm arguing with somebody like Gerald, I'm not necessarily trying to convince him. I'm trying to provide information to the other people who are sitting around watching this going, where do I fall?
Right, and I have seen people come in from the sidelines and say, wow, the person you're talking to just looks like an absolute moron, and I'm embarrassed for my religion that, they're making such stupid arguments. And so when I get that, when I see a Christian who's saying, what you're saying makes sense, and this person that's defending my religion, they're not making a lot of sense. It makes me feel good that I know that there is someone else observing the conversation who is thinking about what's being said.